Well, access to water and education, these are basic human rights, and it's amazing that we're talking about helicopter flips to get to where you want to be, to people who just don't have basic sanitation. But this doesn't seem to be the case. They don't have anything at the Stanger Heights Primary School in Durban, and there's been nearly 3 weeks since the school was forced to shut its doors as the water was cut. The school owns the municipality more than 300,000 rand, and there's also been reports of underground leaks. Our reporter Dasen Thathiah brings us more on the story. Dasen, 3 weeks with no water. When is the school going to be able to reopen?
Well, Annika, that closed gate behind me doesn't look like it's going to reopen today or in the next few days, at least until there is some kind of resolution that is taken as a result of a meeting that is planned between all of the stakeholders here. So that would be the municipality responsible for the provision of water, the education department, as well as the parents who've raised concerns about the closure of the school. It's also important to mention that this comes at a time when their education has already been compromised to a certain extent, because the pupils here have not been to school every single day as a result of those lockdown, as a result of COVID-19 and the fears around that. They're trying to limit the numbers of pupils in the school. As I mentioned, the parents themselves are now having to answer to the children as to when is it they are going to get back to school, because right now there doesn't seem to be a resolution in sight. So let me bring in one of the parents now, Mr. Mthembu. You've got 3 children at the school, but you've also been one of the parents that has been quite vocal about your concerns around what's going on here. Why is it taking so long to resolve this matter? What are you hearing from authorities?
We started last week because we were really concerned. We started on Tuesday last week to organize ourselves as parents, and we created a WhatsApp group that has got about 100 parents now. Our first approach was to find the facts from the school itself, and the principal was quite helpful in terms of giving us the information and what he has done. And our next step was to try and speak to the department to find the answers. And while we were organizing ourselves, one of the parents decided to tweet the MEC on Sunday. And at least this week, there are actions that we can see. It's because of that tweet that was sent to MEC, and MEC replied to say the director was working to find a solution to this problem. But it's been a problem for now. My kids have not been in school. This is the 4th week now, and on a daily basis they ask me, "Are we going tomorrow, Daddy?" And I'm like, "No, there's no communication that says you can go back to school." So it's been frustrating.
And you mentioned almost 4 weeks. So as much as the problem may be sorted out, you said that the department is now aware of what's going on and they are willing to engage. What now of the time that's been lost? What answers are you getting as parents as to how that time is going to be made up for?
There is no communication to that regard, except that the school has promised us that children will not be assessed on the work that has not been covered. But in terms of how the work will be covered, it's a problem, because what they're trying to do, and the teachers have been doing this, they send work through WhatsApp to us as parents. But most of us come back from work tired in the evening. The kids are anxious, they can't work at night and so forth, because it's been a problem. We don't know what's going to happen with this term for our kids.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mthembu. Hopefully we'll have more answers, as they will later in the week after we get some feedback. We've also put in inquiries with the education department as well as the municipality to find out what movement will be made and how quickly the kids can get back to their classrooms here at the Stanger Heights Primary School.
Thank you so much. That was our reporter Dasen Thathiah.